We are mothers and fathers, daughters and sons, friends, cancer survivors, caregivers and advocates. We know cancer's reach is wide. Despite our progress, cancer still takes 1,500 lives a day, leaving families forever changed and special moments never celebrated. To save more lives, we need cancer research to continue. So we're using our voices to ask lawmakers to increase federal funding for cancer research. We've made too much progress to stop now. We're the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network.
I walked into my primary care doctor's office, and he didn't use the word cancer. He just said, "I think you've got a problem and I would like you to see a specialist right away." About 40 minutes later, that physician told me that I had advanced stage testicular cancer, and I probably had between 90 and 120 days to live. Testicular cancer in the 1970s was a cancer for which we had no answers. It was deadly. I think the mortality rates were up in the 90% area. A physician at the University of Indiana Medical School named Dr. Lawrence Einhorn had an idea about how to treat testicular cancer that was really different than anybody had ever done before. And the research that he did turned this disease from almost a sure death sentence for young men to a disease that's almost always curable now. The 90+% is now the survival rate, not the mortality rate, and that's a great thing.
Rob's survival is just one example of how federally funded cancer research saves lives.
I do research full-time. I'm in a laboratory up to 14 hours a day in a group of about 25 people. Each of us has our own project. I study lymphoma and a whole bunch of different kinds of lymphoma that are all caused by a virus. I have a grandfather who has actually survived 3 kinds of cancer at age 87, 3 different kinds of cancer. And then on the other side of my family, I actually have a grandmother who died at age 39, so I never got to meet her. And she died of a cancer in 1973 that today has a 92% cure rate. It's impressive, and it's because of early detection and important research.
Important research that offers us hope for better treatments, new opportunities to prevent and detect the disease early, and the opportunity to improve the quality of life of those diagnosed.
The U.S. government is the largest funder of cancer research in the world, and they are making a lot of progress. And the fact of the matter is that if we stop now, if we lose the momentum, a lot of the progress that we've actually been making will be lost.
As funding gets more and more difficult down the road because of our financial crunch, the federal government, and so in the division that I apply for money for specifically in working on viruses, the success rate of funding is 8%. And so, you know, out of 100 people, 92, when they write their grants, are told, I'm sorry, we don't have the money to fund your research.
That's why we need your help. Will you join ACS CAN in asking Congress and the President to increase federal funding for cancer research? Will you use your voice?
People's engagement is absolutely critical. And again, if they can share not only their passion, share their desires, ask what they think they should be asking for, which is what people, frankly, in public life expect them to do, but also share their stories. There is immense power, and we'll succeed in the things that we're trying to do if people are willing to do that.
To join ACS CAN and use your voice to fight for saving lives through federal cancer research and programs, visit acscan.org and take action today.